Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, cometh, for it is nigh at hand. All praise, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Waha Rakah Kwedash. Double honors to the men who taught me this truth, the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Also, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. The book of Joel chapter 2 and verse 1 again. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and a form of that trumpet that's being blown on the right-hand side of the Most High right now, starting with the apostles and the elders here at Great Millstone, and all of the rest of the brothers that are like-minded, which have the spirit of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. We're warning Israel that danger is coming upon the soils of America, such as famine, power outages, Esau bringing that sea hip, all right? We see the sword or the danger coming upon the land, and we're blowing the trumpet. And a form of us blowing that trumpet is warning you of these things to come, these said perils. It says, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let's look up that word, alarm. Strong's H7321. It says, to shout a war cry or alarm of battle, meaning the Most High is about to bring war upon the soils of America. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17, it says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. Let's look up this word warning, because that's what a good watchman will do. Here's that word warning. Strong's H2094. It says to admonish, warn, teach. So a form of us blowing that trumpet is teaching. It says shine, send out light, be shining. So we are the light in this gross darkness here in America, because our people don't know what's about to happen. But we know through us being warned by the Most High through Yahweh Shai of things to come. So we have that light. So we are to what? Be good watchmen and send out that light in the form of teaching, in the form of warning you. It says what? To teach, warn. See that? So we're warning you from the things that's about to happen. And who are going to allow these things to happen? The Most High. And the Most High have set up watchmen to warn those that he wants to be covered in those times, because they hear the warning and they're taking heed, meaning taking a covering. Isaiah 55 and verse 6, it says, seek ye the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, while he may be found. And you do that through his in-between, which is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So how do you seek the Most High? Through Yahweh Shai. It says, call ye upon him while he is near. All right. And the names are relevant, and they always have been relevant, and they always will be relevant. That's your strong tower. But you first must believe and understand these are the names. And once you cling to the names, you have a chance for salvation. You have a chance to be protected in these times to come. All right. And you know that the Most High Spirit is still dwelling when you see his men still warning you. That lets you know you still have time. So going back to the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 1, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. So only the elect are the ones that's going to hear the sound of this trumpet in the form of us what? Teaching. It says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, cometh. So we're warning you from the Most High. It says, for it is nigh at hand. The scripture tells us in the book of Psalms, chapter 91 and verse 1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So this is going to be your place of protection. The secret place of the Most High is what? Knowing this truth. Let's look up this word shadow, because by you knowing the truth, that's what you're going to abide under, the shadow of the Almighty. Strong's H 6738, it says shadow, shade as protection. So that's why you must come to the Most High through Yahawashi right now, because the warning trumpet has been blown and is being blown. The scripture tells us in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3 and verse 2, O Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. So who brings forth the speech of the Most High? The prophets. Amos, the 3rd chapter. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So by the Most High, through Yahawashi, giving us warning, the same way that he gave his servant Noah, all right, Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 7, by faith Noah being warned of the Most High. See that? So we fall in the same footsteps as our forefather Noah. We have been warned of the Most High, of things not seen as yet, all right? And you must have what? Faith. That's why it says, by faith, Noah being warned of the Most High, of things not seen as yet. And we have the faith. We are the faithful in a faithless generation. So we believe the prophecies. Why? Because we have been given the vision. All right? The spirit of Yahawashi. It says, move with fear. So this is what you must do. Be in the act of moving with fear. It says, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world. And we are what? Blowing that trumpet. In the midst of blowing that trumpet, which is warning our people, we're condemning 2/3, the faithless, and the rest of the heathen nations, beginning with Esau. It says, and became heir of the righteousness, which is by faith. And that's the end goal for us. All right. The good watchman. Going back to the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3 and verse 2. O Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, I have heard thy speech and was afraid, because we're warning you from the terrors of the Most High. O Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, all right, revive thy works in the midst of the years. And that's what we're asking for. Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi to allow our works to follow us, to allow us to do enough works to be delivered, all right, to continue to do the works of the Most High. It says, in the midst of the years, make known, in wrath, remember mercy. So in the time of wrath, the sequence of events that's all going to lead up to the total destruction, remember us in all of those. All right, going back to the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 2, it says, and this is speaking of the day of the Most High. All right, and the Most High is going to send Yahawashi, all right, the host of heaven, which are the angels, accompanied by the way of 200 million missiles, man. And also those chariots, spearheaded by Yahawashi on the fathership, is going to be zapping 2/3 of our people and the rest of the heathen nations. But we that are in this truth and follow Yahawashi, we're going to have a shade of protection. That's the importance of being in this truth and, Lord willing, praying to endure to the end. What? The same shall be saved. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. So this is the day of the Lord. The Christian church teaches you the day of the Lord is going to be all hugs and kisses. No, the scripture is telling us, all right, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. And that's going to be created by those 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles covering the skies with those mushroom clouds. See that? As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. And that's how those missiles are going to be coming over the horizon, man. All right? Just as the morning spread upon the mountains, all right, killing off the night, and we see it coming. That's how those missiles are going to come over the horizon as a great people, and they strong, because nothing is going to stand in their way. It says, there have not been ever the like, because no one is going to be able to say that they have seen this before. It says, neither shall be any more after it. And if you've never seen it before, how can you know how to escape it? But we have the way to escape it, which is that strong tower. The name's Yahweh Yahushua. It says, even to the years of many generations. Verse 3, a fire devoureth before them, which are those missiles, and that's going to be the nuclear head. That's that fire that devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth, which is the thrust. That makes them intercontinental ballistic missiles, missiles that come from one continent to another, and that another continent is going to be America. This is what Joel is seeing. It says, the land is as the Garden of Eden before them. Meaning what? America is going to be that paradise before those missiles touch down. It's going to be green. If you see it from an aerial view, it's going to be green. Meaning what? Life, or it houses life. It says, and behind them a desolate wilderness, meaning after those missiles hit, it's going to be beige or brown, which represents death. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. All right, but the only ones that's going to escape, the wicked elites, they're going to escape because they're going to be the first slaves in the kingdom. The elect is going to escape because they're going to be protected. They're going to be beamed up upon a huge fathership. All right. The scripture tells us in the book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 6, and there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow protection in the daytime from the heat. All right. And that goes from the heat that the Most High is going to allow Esau, Edom to bring upon the world, all the way to that fervent heat, all the way to that heat from those missiles. It says, and for a place of refuge, and for a cover from storm and from rain. We also know Esau is going to come in as a flood. That's a form of that storm, all right? That wave of evil, bad times. We're going to be protected from that. And that's also talking about that strange rain, all right, which is those missiles, all right? So the word that we are receiving right now, all right, is going to help us be delivered and have stability in those times. Isaiah 33 and verse 6, it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is his treasure. So we have right now what's going to deliver us, what's going to be our stability, what's going to help us to stand, which is going to be our strength of salvation. It's going to deliver us from those sequence of events leading up to the total destruction. All right. The fear of the Lord is our treasure. All right. We have treasure that's going to take us from here to the kingdom. But this treasure that you put your trust in, which is carnal treasures, is going to get done away with in those times. All right. So we have everything that we need right now, Lord willing, if we endure unto the end, to what? Be saved. So Lord willing, I pray that this made sense and that this was edifying. Shalom. DTA.